Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2020 Project Manchester. Last time out, we've had a stunning month of September, and this time out, we're heading into October. Some important fixtures coming up in this month as we navigate through the Europa League as well as the Premier League. Last time out, of course, we've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, so our focus is now more on the league itself and also the Europa League. And first off, it's an Europa League game against Cluj, the Romanian side. We drew our last match, so we're sitting in third, so we're hoping for a better performance so that we can improve our standing in the table. So this is the team we're going for. Pretty much, it's going to be our reserve squad with Romero in goal, Shaw on the left, Maguire, Tuanzebe in the middle, maybe. No, I decide on Victor Lindelöf and Tuanzebe on the right because I want to give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a rest. And then we also have McTominay, Van de Beek, Bruno in the middle, and then Mata, Lingard, and Igalo himself up top. It's going to be an amazing strike force. I hope Igalo keeps up his clinical form, and let's see what happens in this match. So, this time out, I thought I'd give you guys a bigger picture of the episode. Pretty much, I'm going to let the whole games play out and then speed up some bits that are non-highlight related. So, it's going to be a general overview of the game, so full 90 minutes essentially. So I hope you guys like that. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you like this format or if you want me to go back to just the main highlights video, where pretty much the other format is the previous episodes where I just show you guys the goals or close moments, some of the stats and my changes. So that's one option, or this one, just showing you guys the full 90 minutes with some sped up bits where the highlights aren't playing. So we are dominating for the most part here, getting a corner here for Bruno, but nothing comes of it. But Cluj get an opportunity to counterattack, but not much happens after that. So it's pretty even footing by half time, and I'm kind of nervous that we're going to draw this match as well, and then that'll bring more pressure to us later down the line as we fight for qualification. So I tell the boys that it's important that they keep it up, but also show a stronger performance, and that if they keep performing, they'll find the goal. So I give them a short nudge that way, and I hope that we get a response from the players. From the restart, we win a free kick just outside the box, but nothing comes of it. And we fast forward to our first change, and I see that Igalo isn't performing and he's kind of nervous, so I decided to switch in Martial because he is a more composed player there. And also I decide on Daniel James to give him a run and a chance, but immediately Cluj punished us in the 70th minute. 69th, 70th minute with a goal. This is a great run from them, and our defense is pretty composed in the back, but they just leave him wide open just on the edge of the box, and he slots a nice shot into the bottom right hand corner. Now it's danger zone for us, and we try to defend our way past these things, these attacks, and thankfully we defend well, and then we get a goal from Daniel James, our substitute. What a super sub he has been. Great corner from Bruno. And Daniel James finds himself in some open space, headers the ball over the keeper and straight into the back of the net. And we're tied for 1-1. It's an equalizer, and we're hoping to get the winner. And I try to navigate, should I bring in Paul Pogba or not? And I decide to bring Mata off, push Bruno to the right wing, and bring Fred on to see if that makes any difference. And here we go. Possibly the last chance in the game, 87th minute. It's close, and Van de Beek with a beautiful pass to Bruno, but it's ruled offside. How? I see it's not on screen, but the VAR decision shows that Bruno was miles offside, and Bruno now pays the favor back. Maguire passes it to Van de Beek to get us this goal. Beautiful 2-1 lead in the 95th minute, just before the game ends. Bruno with a beautiful ball into the box, and Van de Beek seals us a late winner in the 95th minute in true classic Fergie time style. Just onside as well, so it's perfect timing from the boys, and I'm just praying for the final whistle to go, and it should be here soon. But yes, it was a great game to win. solid, solid showing from the boys in the second half. More shots and more shots on target. And possession-wise, we were dominant with 67%. The pretty much a solid 3 points earned to lead us higher up into the table. And I tell the boys that it's been a great showing from them and that it was a good win. Now we focus back onto the Premier League. We sit on fourth place, 7 games played, 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. But it's all to play for still, as Liverpool are only 2 points ahead. Diogo Jota is still injured from last time out. I think it was a groin injury that they expected 3 to 4 weeks for. But of course, Bournemouth are an important side. I mean, they were 6th on the table as well, so it's a solid team right here. And this is the team we go for. Back to our basics. Just that Paul Pogba will not be playing. I decided to try Van de Beek after his stunning last-second goal in the last match in the Europa League, and to see if he can do anything in the Premier League. Also, it's good to rest Pogba a bit. I think he was in almost every game in the last month, so giving him a break is good. But first blow goes to Bournemouth as they score in the 24th minute. A great set piece from them. Great ball in. Cook knocks it back nicely, and Wilson gets to it to give them the 1-0 lead. Now, hoping that we can mount a comeback. We see that Bournemouth are making a move here, but it doesn't amount to much as Martial tackles from the back and gets the goal to give us equalizer in the 30th minute. Martial is finding his form again, and it's good to see. Stays alert, nicks the ball off the defender, and has some open space to navigate through and slots it nicely behind the goalkeeper into the net. So beautiful goal from Martial to give us a tie at this point. We come striking again. Bruno passes to Rashford, and Rashford scores off a corner. He was left wide open in the box, and pretty much you leave a player unmarked, he'll score. So beautiful 2-1 lead now, and it's an amazing response from the boys. Halftime's approaching, and we're hoping to get one more goal before halftime. Greenwood with the ball to Martial, slots it to the bottom left-hand corner to give us a 3-1 lead right at the halftime mark. So going into halftime, we have a solid lead that we need to protect in the second half, and I'm pretty content with the boys here. Pretty good showing from the boys. Good pass into space. Martial is left alone in the box, and he scores. And now halftime approaches. We had a solid number of chances and also a good amount of possession. I tell the boys it's been good. I'm happy with the performance and that they should keep it up. And off to the second half. And pretty much the second half was pretty much more of the same thing. We created more chances, but we didn't score any goals. We lacked the clinical finishing, as I've said in the last episodes. Pretty much we are not clinical enough, and we need to figure something out for the boys and how to get them to be more clinical. And we make our first change. Wan-Bissaka's on yellow card and a little jaded, so I decided to bring on Brandon Williams to see if he can play on the right back position, because we don't have a solid right back available to us outside of Wan-Bissaka. So if Wan-Bissaka were to be unavailable, could Brandon Williams slide in and right back? And I want to test that out and see how he did. More opportunities come striking. Bruno from the corner, and again left open in the box, but we couldn't finish. More changes. I decided to give Bruno a rest, bring Fred on. He had a good game in the Europa League as well. More chances here, but Martial's offside. So pretty much more of the same thing. We just played out the game to a 3-1 victory against Bournemouth. Final moments of the game here, and I think the final whistle goes. There it is, and if we look at the stats here, pretty good showing from the boys. A 63% possession, 9 shots, 5 on target, I believe, and I just tell them it was a good showing. I'm very happy. My thoughts are not different from halftime, and that bumps us up to second place at 18 points, is it? Or 19 points, and we're close behind leaders Chelsea at this moment. I tell Martial he had a stunning game and he deserves it. Greenwood also named in the team of the week, so Greenwood, Martial are showing a bit of talent. McTominay, of course, is injured for about 4 to 10 days, and I'm worried that he might not be available. The injury list is growing. Bai, Jota, Fosu-Mensah, Phil Jones, and McTominay now occupying those spots. But good news is Diogo Jota is back to training, and I'm hoping to give him some minutes here against Leicester. This is the team we're going for against Leicester. The usual solid, top 11, starting 11 players. Tuanzebe, Lindelof in the middle, Tagliafico, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, Pogba, and Fernandes in the middle, and the usual top with Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial. So, hoping we get another win against Leicester because that would really bump us up on the table. It would bring a lot of pressure to the top four teams, and if we do win, we might even be top of the league, and we want that. But Vardy punishes us immediately with a goal, but it's ruled offside by VAR. Thankfully, VAR comes to the rescue. This is another great ball in from the back that caused us that trouble. It's one of those, punted, Hail Mary type balls from the back, and we can't seem to defend against them. We lose possession again, and then Barnes comes out, tries to score, but that was a heroic defending from, I think, Tuanzebe. Really shining as a player now, so I think he might be our starting defender. I just need to find someone else to link with him. Lindelof is the one at the moment, but I'm trying to consider some options here, like Upamecano, I think that's how to say his name. He might be a solid choice to bring in. I know Ampadu is really available in the summer, I believe, but I really want to bring him in as well. So leave some names in the comment section down below which defender I should sign for center back. Maybe another right back as well. We'll try to sign those players to buffer up this team. Buffer up, more like buff up the team. Alright, moving on. Game is getting kind of stale, so I told the boys to get creative to spark some inspiration. Trying to get a response from the boys, but nothing much happens here either. Pogba, Wan-Bissaka, Pogba. It's always a slow build-up as well, and I'm kind of liking it. Slow build-ups result with goals, so it's good to see composure from the squad. But nothing much is happening. It's pretty even footing at the moment between Leicester and us, and I'm slowly thinking of options for the second half. Maybe a halftime talk, what I should focus on, and what to tell the boys. Anyway, yeah, there's not much I can say about this game, so let me take a moment and say I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. Really, the way the United team is playing in real life, it's really bumming me out. Is that a penalty? Just as I discuss Man United in real life, we get a penalty as always. Martial steps up to the plate, but it's saved. Saved by Kasper Schmeichel. And that is a bummer because that was an opportunity to give us a lead for the full 3 points. But anyway, yeah, it's been bumming me out that the real life Man United is not performing, so I decided to use FM 2020 to see if the struggles of the real world could be ameliorated in a fantasy-esque style. I want to simulate what happens if we sell our whole squad and bring in some big names that we were linked to or should be linked to. Finding new defenders because the defense is especially bad in real life. We need to figure something out in the back, and then we need some inspiration up top. Maybe another striker because Igalo and Martial are not enough to spark enough, conflict up there to perform. I think Martial is just left alone, so he has no incentive to really improve. Although personally, I think he, deep inside, thinks it's good to improve. But definitely, Diogo Jota was a great choice because he has been stunning for us while he was fit. He is still not well right now. I think he's still injured, but we will see. Hopefully, he gets better soon. I make some tactical changes at halftime. Tell the boys that they should continue fighting for that goal. Decide to bring on Williams because Tagliafico had picked up a knock and I don't want him to join the injury list. So out of worry, I just decide to change them up. Daniel James, I believe, I bring on for Rashford. Rashford isn't really performing. Igalo up top also because I know he can be a super sub sometimes. So fast forwarding time, we try to figure things out, try to make changes, tactical changes, but 86 minutes have passed and no goals appear, and it's starting to cause worry among the squad. Another great defending from Tuanzebe, but really, it was a neck and neck game, and I think that was it for the match. Leicester was pretty boring, 0-0 tied. We had a lot of chances, but we couldn't complete the move. So 0-0, I'm not happy at all with the way they played, and the players agree. We dropped down to 4th place with 20 points. Leaders Chelsea with 24, Liverpool with 21, and Tottenham with 20. So it's all to play for still. But we have a injury of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 1 to 3 days, so it's not too bad because immediately by the time we play our next match, he is fit to go. Jota is limited to 45 minutes of action, and we can manage that. Next up, another game in the Europa League. We sit in 2nd place with 4 points, goal difference 1. PSV lead with 4 points and goal difference of 4. So it's all to play for. We're up against Spartak Moscow. Strong squad, and I decide to make some changes to prepare for that clash. So pretty much our squad is going to be Romero, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka in the back. McTominay, Pogba, Bruno in the middle, and Mata James on the wings. Martial up top, and of course we keep Igalo on the bench. We also have Jota on the bench to give him a run if we can't find the opening or can't seem to be scoring goals. So here we go. The game starts, Shaw, and I don't know about Shaw, to be honest. He is not the greatest player, and I know Tagliafico is really stunningly good. So I'm thinking of keeping Tagliafico in the left back position, Brandon Williams maybe, and I don't know. I really don't know what I should do with Shaw. I think he's on the transfer market, so I think I might transfer him out, and we'll see. Maybe invest the money from Shaw in another right back who will be secondary to Wan-Bissaka. So opportunities come striking. Man United firing all cylinders, trying to get a goal, but we, in classic Man United style, win a penalty, and Martial is taking it again, and I'm just hoping he can score this one. Slots it into the bottom right corner to give us the lead, 1-0 against Moscow. It's a good start. 32 minutes in. As the game progresses, pretty much we're keeping the solid 1-0 lead. I'm hoping another goal goes in just before halftime. Great move again, but well defended. Moscow seemed to be more on the defensive side throughout the match, and I tried to press them as much as I can. I think this formation is working out very well too, the 4-1-2-3 formation. The wingers are very strong in getting balls into the box. We just need to sign a striker who can finish. Martial has been doing pretty well, but I just need another striker that can do the job. Dominant in the first half as we hit halftime, but we still need to score more goals. I mean, we create chances, but we can't finish. That's a clear indication to me about what we should do in the transfer market in January, or training. But training wise, I don't think I can have much of a say as I leave all that up to our assistant manager. Another free kick opportunity, but well defended by Moscow. And that was a lot of the narrative throughout this game. It was a lot of good chances, and such as this. As soon as they make a mistake, we pounce on those opportunities and score a goal. So Wan-Bissaka with a great interception, and then sends a nice through ball in for Martial, and Martial slots it in to the bottom right-hand corner. So clinical finishing from Martial. As I say that we need a new striker, I think he somehow hears me and scores goals. So seeing that great performance from Martial, after 2 goals I decided to give him a rest and give Jota a run, as he is eligible to run a couple minutes of the game. So I decided to bring him on, and I also rest McTominay, I believe, and we keep going. Fred picks up a slight injury, so I take him off, but we continue with 10 men in the final minutes to seal a 2-0 win at full time. As you can see, Moscow has had 0 shots and 0 shots on target. So we've been pretty dominant. 66% of the possession for us. So I tell them it was a good showing. Well done, guys, I believe. No, a good win, and we move on. Fred is out for about 1 or 2 days, so that's no big deal. It's a bruised foot. Not too significant, so it's good to see. Our injury list is looking pretty uh, short. I don't know. Diogo Jota is still limited to 45, but Fred may need to be monitored. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not a worry, and he can play the game against Watford in the Premier League. We are currently 4th, and we want to jump up the table and hoping to see some, you know, good game. We're hoping to see a good game and get the win. This is the team we send out: De Gea, Maguire, Tuanzebe, Tagliafico, Wan-Bissaka on the wingbacks, McTominay, Pogba, Fernand, and then, of course, our usual top 3: Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial. So this is the team against Watford. Of course, Watford are known to cause a lot of upsets. Sadly, they dropped down to the Championship this past Premier League season, but we can't underestimate them here. So that's why I send out a solid team, because I think it's the only team that can really perform and give us results. Here we had another opportunity, but it's a miss. Greenwood has the opportunity to go forward, finds Wan-Bissaka as his ball was intercepted, and really we're trying to find a way in, but we can't seem to find a way through their tight defense. A great set piece there, but it just looped over the bar. So the word I used the most in this campaign is nearly or close. Like, we're close to finishing, we're close to scoring goals, but we can't score goals. So gotta find a way to fix that. It's 0-0 at halftime, and I am considering what I should tell them. I just tell them calmly that I'm far from pleased with their performance out there, and they kind of understand my gist. And I'm hoping to spark a reaction from the boys as they try to find the goal, but they can't again. Dominant in the second half as well. As a corner comes in, Tuanzebe passes out to Bruno. Tuanzebe gets it back. McTominay, Pogba, McTominay, Pogba. It's a slow build up again, and I think this might be our breakthrough here as Pogba lets one fly and finds the top right corner. Finish shot. Beautifully curved ball in. It's the magic of Pogba right there, and we're 1-0 up. Another great opportunity from Pogba. He was left wide open, so he lets one fly. It's a great goal. After that goal, pretty much nothing much happened. Good defending from the boys. Really, there wasn't much that happened afterwards. I decided to make a couple changes to give other players a chance to shine. Juan Mata with his creativity to get in there and show some magic, but nothing comes of it, and I decided to make more changes. Decided to bring on Van de Beek in the middle instead of McTominay to see if Van de Beek can perform in the CDM role. Diogo Jota in for Rashford. McTominay was also feeling a little nervous, so I decided to pull him off to give him a break. And that was pretty much the match. 1-0 victory for us against Watford. It was a difficult match, but it was a crucial goal to give us 3 points. 16 shots, 5 on target, I believe, and about 73% possession. So we were dominant throughout the game, but we just couldn't get the goal. That could solidify us a greater margin win, but I tell them it was all right. Pogba is man of the match, and we jump onto the table at 4th. We're still 4th, but it's all to play for. 1 point behind the leaders, Liverpool, and 1 point behind second place, Chelsea, who are on 24 points, respectively. Phil Jones is slowly coming back out of injury, but Brandon Williams joins the injury list with a tight hamstring for about 1 to 3 days, I think. And it's not that serious, but the injury list is looking kind of popular for a lot of players. Mason Greenwood is also out injured with a tight thigh, 1 to 3 days as well. So it's kind of worrying to see Greenwood out. Lee Grant is injured severely by the looks of it, 12 days out. Pogba almost gets the goal of the month, and significantly, we nearly get Manager of the Month award. We sit in third place underneath Carlo Ancelotti at second and Jose Mourinho in first, who won the prize that month. So we had a solid October. The league table sits as follows: Liverpool on top, Chelsea, Tottenham, and us in fourth. Man United at fourth after 10 games played. Arsenal still have a game at hand, and they sit fifth, and Everton finished the top six at sixth place. Interestingly, Man City sits at eighth. They're having a bit of a hard time starting the season. Wolves are in 14th. Sheffield United are at 13th, interestingly. So hopefully we can improve on our results in November, get some goals, get some points on the table, and I'm hoping that will happen in the next video. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.